topic, and it's funny now that we were talking about Power Rangers and Logan and people being passionate about that. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got a lot more messages than just about any other topic that we've done about our Star Trek topic.
Yeah, I saw
that we did last week. And I knew that going into it, when we're going to talk about something that has an intensely passionate fan base, talking about it in any capacity, you're going to get a big spectrum of everybody, giving you more information to, very positive to very negative. But I got to tell you, I was really very pleasantly surprised. I only got a couple messages of people, that take it to the extreme of, what the fuck are you talking about? This happened then. If you don't know Star Trek, don't even bother talking about it, all that, which you're going to get on the internet, at anything, especially on YouTube. So you kind of expect that going into it. But I was actually very pleasantly surprised how many positive messages that we got, some from the comments there, some, on Twitter, of people that were like filling in gaps that we didn't know or we were questioning about, from stuff to the Romulan War to the technology of the transporter and stuff like that. And that was just really cool because I really am curious to get feedback from other people out there, what they really like about this. And even some of the people that are, do the attacking, some of the really nasty stuff out there. I understand the passion behind it. Yeah. I even remember when Transformers finally went to the big screen in 2007 with Michael Bay's movie, who are, I've got pros and cons about, but I was a huge Transformers fan as a kid. And I remember leading up to the movie's release, Don Murphy, one of the producers, set up a message board that even the writers, Alex and Bob, would frequent check in on and kind of just gauge the fan feedback. What are some of the stuffs that we really want to have? And even watching those fan boards, there was a lot of stuff that would go back and forth, and there was a lot of heated discussion, which usually only a handful of people that are constant, and some people that were just downright awful nasty. In fact, it got to the point after that first thing, he just shut it down. He said that he loved almost everybody he talked to, but there was a handful of people that spoil it for everybody. But I was just very pleasantly surprised about the amount of positive stuff that we got. So if you did comment or give us some more information of stuff that we didn't know, we do appreciate that. That was really cool of you. For those of you that are maybe less than...
We love your passion.
We love your passion.
Love your passion.
Probably, and we even said that in the show, this probably isn't the show for you. Because,
Well, I love it. I mean, I have friends that are way bigger Trekkies than I am.
I think they call it Trekker. That's something else. We're going to get a comment or I'm going to get a message.
Well, no, I love talking about it, and I enjoy seeing their passion. I mean, it was corrected on something. It helps me learn.
Yeah, it was great, and I just wanted to throw that out there to everybody that did send messages. That was really cool to get almost all of your feedback, and for those of you that were less than positive, more on the personal attack side, you probably aren't going to want to watch this show, especially when the new Star Trek show finally comes out, because we're going to want to talk about it, even if we're not the most diehard of fans. But you're probably not going to like that, so this probably isn't for you. But anyway, leading into something else that people are passionate about, X-Men, which Bryan Singer, I mean, if you think about it, all the comic book and superhero movies that we have that are basically mainstream, including Marvel's dominance in the cinematic universe, really come down to Bryan Singer proving that comic book movies can be a main staple. The first blockbuster was that X-Men movie. Remember how that kind of changed everything.
Was Spider-Man before that, though?
No, it was after.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man was after?
Yep, that was after. Yep, X-Men is the first one that really showed a comic book movie can be mainstream, and it can be good. If you remember how kind of realistic aspect that movie took. But anyway, the Logan trailer just came out. Very tonally different than any of the X-Men movies that have come out. The actor that plays Logan, Jesus, this is so embarrassing. I can't remember.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
No, you don't feed him.
Yeah.
You let him do it himself.
The monster.
Well, Hugh Jackman has even said in interviews, that he's alluded to he wants to do one more and then be done. He's retracted that a little bit in the past couple months. Said now he's maybe not sure. He's not sure if he wants to let go.
Oh, really?
Well, that
you're gonna pay me more money for that?
And you know how passionate he loves playing Wolverine. He loves that character. And so the studios literally told him, well, if this is going to be your last one, you make the movie you want to make. And so he's kind of somewhat following along the lines, correct me if I'm wrong, the Old Man Logan.
Yeah, it deals a lot with, from what we're able to see from the trailers, it looks like it's running kind of concurrently with that, where it's kind of dystopian. You're seeing a lot of the heroes within the world have been kind of killed off.
Yeah.
You're seeing a parsing off of territories by people like by Magneto, by I think I just had this up a little bit ago, but a lot of Red Skull, things like that. So the protagonists as we know them are more or less just gone.
Right.
And I think that's really what we're seeing with what they're presenting us with this downtrodden looking Logan. You got Johnny Cash singing in the background, one of his most incredible song.
And why is Logan all of a sudden looks like he can be bruised now? I don't know. I thought that he's like hundreds of years old. He doesn't age, and he can heal himself really quickly.
But his healing factor is diminished due to his age.
Is that just because he's finally hit the point where his body's starting to deteriorate, just out of age?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have this dark element. Not element, but I guess the entire backdrop that he's operating in. His friends are gone, and I think in the comics some of them are pretty brutally taken from him.
Boy, no matter how many times they fight the good fight and stop the war from happening, he just can't win.
Yeah. Well, I guess a little bit of backstory, and I don't mean to cut you off.
No, by all means.
A little bit of backstory in the Old Man Logan thing. As far as I know it, what's happened is at one point in the past, Mysterio put a thought into Logan's head that he needed to kill all these bad people. What he ended up doing is killing most of the X-Men because he thought that they were bad. So Old Man Logan kind of shows up. It's one of these situations where he's murdered most of the mutants himself.
You guys don't think they'll go that route with this, though, do you?
I don't know. If
it's hard to say.
That's kind of. They're already taking a big tonal jump. Yeah. You're right. This looks completely different. It looks like there's a little bit of lighthearted fun in it. The fact that he's
Very
shows,
little.
little, but even showing an X-Men comic, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Well, only about a quarter of it happened, and definitely not like this. That was a nice, cool nod to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just he's a broken man in this.
Yeah.
I mean, he's you can kind of see he just looks tired. He looks beat up. He looks just like he's just done. And I think that really falls with his character in the Old Man Logan series.
Mm-hmm. What did you guys think about this X-23, this girl?
I think it looks good. I think it's a little bit of a deviation from the comics.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? What was X-23 in the comics?
She's a clone.
She's a clone.
Yeah. How can she be a clone if she's a different gender?
From Wolverine.
Well,
I don't understand how that works.
It's the cocktail. It's just like what they tried to do in the origin story with Deadpool.
I don't understand.
Because Deadpool in the original...
he got the healing factor.
Yeah, the Wolverine thing. He had a whole bunch of superpowers because at one point you remember... And it wasn't...
Because in the movie, they just tortured him until that latent ability came out, right? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the origin story for Wolverine.
Okay.
When he had the swords that came out of his arms, and then he had Cyclops' ability to
blast.
You're talking about the Deadpool from X-Men Origins Wolverine, the shitty movie, right? Okay, gotcha. So she's a clone, or she's just got the same kind of cocktail.
Well, in the comics, she's just a straight up. I mean, she's a clone. But
she's taken from his DNA.
Yeah.
Now, gender. I mean, you can pretty much decide gender. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Because it looked like from what we saw in the movie, this girl actress playing this character, whether you like the route that they're taking or not, is doing a really good job.
She got that savagery thing down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that line in the trailer when he goes, "I'm not who you think I am," meaning that he's not her dad.
Yeah.
Good.
Because I think that's kind of the impression it's giving at the time is that Wolverine is all of a sudden the father figure for this little girl.
Well, I was wondering if that also meant what she was reading about the comics about him. You know what I mean? If he's this big hero in the comics.
I think it was more on that level that I'm not your dad.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like who you think I am, like who you perceive me to be, which is your father. I'm not your father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, this second trailer, I love it. I mean, it built on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it looks wonderful. Apparently, in reading some stuff, I think this is set in 2024. So from a storyline aspect, I'm not sure what one it follows. I don't think this follows Days of Future Past. I know that it's Days of Future Past happened in 2014. That's like where it ended or whatever. So then This is supposedly 10 years later.
Well, that would make sense kind of based on how the professor looks in this, though. You know, he looks about 10 years
that
old.
aspect of it. But I mean, as far as for all of those things happening, so is this Days of Future Past, or is this like first class
I'm sure that'll
timeline?
be,
So where is it falling in there?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be officially. They'll let us know at some point, maybe even before the movie comes out too. Out of all the Wolverine movies that have come out, you know, the Origins Wolverine, the Wolverine, and this one, we haven't seen it. Do you guys think this one looks like the best? I thought the Wolverine, the second one, was actually pretty good. I liked that one.
Yeah, I thought it was really
Yeah,
good.
I mean, it's
First
till
one
the
was
end, I thought it
dog
was good.
shit. Fucking hated it. Hated it.
oh, you're really going outside the
yeah,
box in that
didn't-
one.
I just the special effects looked like they were Who Framed Roger Rabbit shit. How come like something that came out over 10 years past the original X-Men movie, his claws go to or later, his claws go to looking from real to years down the road with our technology advancing to looking like Who Framed Roger Rabbit cartoons stuff. You know, it's just I just thought it was dumb. I didn't like the story. I thought Hugh Jackman was great in it, like always. Too much wire work. The special effects and jumping and moving around looked like crap.
Yeah. Well, him and Sabretooth are not related, contrary to what the movie wants you to think. They are not related. But the fact that they added some Easter eggs in there, Jimmy, all that stuff.
The cool X-Men stuff that pulls from the comics that we like, and getting little Easter eggs, whether, you know, how big a fan you are, regardless. Those are cool. I don't mind that. The little stuff, the nods, throwing in other characters, having Gambit in there. Just overall, what was done with the story, the whoever you had on your team doing the special effects from all angles, from CG. Remember when they zoom in on the guy that was sniping him and killed the old guy that he was staying in his barn, and then they zoom in on him, how shitty that looked? I mean, everything.
Yeah.
All their special effects were dog shit. I don't get that. Yeah. And he's like the most popular of the X-Men, especially in the movies. I don't get why. I don't know. I just thought they were all crap. It took me out of it.
I didn't think they needed to add like the Blob and all that other shit in there. I think they were trying to like somehow bring the X-Force into the Wolverine movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
Ryan Reynolds was cool in it
I
until
mean,
they zipped up his mouth and made him some albino, non-talking. And explain to me how this works. You have these giant, long adamantium blades that go all the way up your arm, but you can still bend your joints no problem until they come out.
Yeah.
And then they're so long. How do you even fight with that when your sword is just an extension of your arm? You can't even hold it or move. It's just stupid. I don't know. I didn't like it at all.
Well, how would you block
in
it?
the
How do you
defense,
block
that
an optic
technically was
blast?
not Ryan Reynolds.
Huh?
What's that?
That was not Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
that was a different
probably
actor that
not.
played
Yeah,
that.
sure. But I mean, I just liked him earlier. I love when he's like, "People
No,
are
yeah, he
dead
was
now. You can come in." I mean, that's Ryan Reynolds
Yeah.
being Ryan Reynolds, and I'm glad that he got to do the official version of Deadpool. But anyway, what did you guys think about the other two Wolverine movies compared to this one?
Well, loved the Wolverine. I liked, even though he was kind of like a forced replacement of Kitty Pryde in Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
it's
which
still,
made sense. I think that worked.
Yeah, I mean, again, I've always liked him playing the role, even in the bad movies, because regardless of how bad they got or even just how good they were, he always does this solid performance that this guy really does represent Logan.
Yeah.
I mean, and even now where he's old man Logan, you still see him kind of just capturing that character, and I'm curious to kind of see who they would tap to kind of replace him down the line, but it's from original X-Men up through now. I've always enjoyed his performance.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. He was like the gamble, if you think about it, because they had actors back out of being Wolverine, and they settled for Hugh Jackman. And then when they announced it, they're like, and playing Wolverine's going to be Hugh Jackman, and everybody's like, who the fuck is that?
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah.
They did people.
I mean, he was known for a few films he did in Australia.
Well, I knew he
hadn't
wasn't
done
big
anything over here
before
in the
this, and
States.
he still to this day talks about how Bryan Singer gave him his career. He opened the door for him, and since then he's gone in to be a huge star. Do you know who some of the actors were that backed out of the original?
I could find it online, but I know that there were at least two actors that backed out of being Wolverine. Like one of them was literally like cast, and then because of scheduling conflicts, he dropped out.
Interesting.
And they were popular actors at the time.
Yeah. Well, are you guys excited to see this in theaters?
Oh, I am. Yeah.
The Wolverine,
Yeah.
or Logan. Yeah.
I'm not a dystopian. I mean, we have such a saturation of that right now. I mean, how many zombie or World War Z or the world coming to an end, and a lot of this always follows the zeitgeist and kind
Trump
of
presidencies.
Yeah, of Well, yeah, a lot of this stuff follows kind of just the feeling and the vibes of the culture. You see it, throughout the history of Hollywood and everything else. But they tune me out. They just never, zombie stuff never gets to me. It just never grabs me. Dystopian future movies, kind of the same thing. But this is Logan. Mm-hmm. This is down the road in the X-Men continuity to some extent. Yeah, I want to see this. I'll definitely see this in theaters too. Cool. You guys got anything else you want to add?
I want to see Patrick Stewart say the word fuck.
Well, he did.
I already saw it.
I want to see it on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
The red band. Okay.
And surround sound.
Captain Picard saying the word fuck.
Yeah. Oh man.
It doesn't take a lot to get this group excited. We just need to hear Stewart say the word fuck in a movie theater, and then we can be mission accomplished.
Come on, Picard, say it.
Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think in the comments about Logan trailer. If this is the Wolverine movie that might be the last for Hugh Jackman. Who knows? Yeah. He might change his mind. Michael Bay said he was done with Transformers after the second one, and we still got 2 more and maybe even another one. Well, no, we're on to the 5 right now, so I really wouldn't mind if he was done after 5. But now, see, the problem is with that is the damage is already done. The robot designs will continue.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they take the robot designs from Prime that did it right, who was a combination of... I understand why I didn't want to go the boxy route of the cartoon where they just look like blocks, just square blocks. I get that. But I've said it many times. I just don't like the Transformer designs where they look like insects with metal parts that are about to fall off at any given point. I just think it's stupid. But anyway, that's how we're going to end the Logan trailer topic.
All right. Yeah, leave your comments below. We started with Star Trek and ended with Star Trek.
First one, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Yeah, exactly.